Well, I grew up on the Texas coast, surfed as a child, and then stopped surfing at 18 because you get busy with other things. And then when I was turning 60, my sister was sweet enough to mention that she had heard about this Surf Simply place, and she knew that I had loved surfing, and always it had been a really special activity for me as a kid. She, for my 60th birthday party, gave me a trip to Surf Simply, and so I rediscovered my love of surfing, which was never lost. It was always a fantasy to get back on the board and do the endless summer, and so I brought back 4 friends.
Hi, my name's Harry. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Came down here with the Alamo Heights Surfing Club, actually 4 buddies who came down here, one of them who'd been here earlier. So lifetime Grom, on and off boards for 20 years. We just love any water sport, but didn't really have any decent formal training, and just really entranced with the way that y'all do it here.
I'm Sandy from San Antonio, part of the Texas group this week.
My name is Banks. I'm also from San Antonio.
I guess I was the most experienced, but our good friend Ted had us come down here, and bingo, it's the very best.
I was a complete novice. I'd never even been on any type of board, a skateboard, no type of board. I was invited along to have the comedy foil for these great surfers.
My name is Steve. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm a retired high school math teacher, and I've been retired 7.5 years, and this is my second visit, and I'm here for 2 weeks, so this is my second week this year. I have a back injury and some arthritis, and they kind of prevent me from doing pop-ups. I'm either lying prone, on my hands and knees, or just the last couple days I've been practicing sitting up on my knees. So I'm going to become a knee boarder, it looks like.
I started surfing probably 5 years ago, learning with some friends and grabbing a board and running out as I was backpacking around. But over the years I'd really only go a handful of times each year, and maybe 1 or 2 days in succession. So every time I was liking it better and better, and decided to come here to get a full week and learn from people who really know what they're doing.
I was here in 2016, March, April. So that really helped my surfing. And then I went home to Guam, and I've been practicing what I learned here the last time.
So I was here about 5 years ago, and I only surf about a couple times a year. I really don't surf enough. I wanted to come back. I've been wanting to come back for a long time and loved it.
And we never met until we showed up here.
Yeah, we shared a bungalow and also had the same coach.
So 24/7, and we never have argued yet. We have one more day though.
I've been surfing for about 1.5 years. My second time at Surf Simply. I live on the East Coast, so I get to surf anytime there's waves.
I went to a surf camp probably a little over 1 year ago. I would not consider myself a surfer. In fact, I walked away from that camp just thinking that surfing probably wasn't for me.
This Surfing Simply was so fantastic that within a short period of time, I was out in the green water. And it was so bad that I got out to the green water, I never want to go back to the white water.
Oh, okay.
So
good.
I was spoiled.
By the end of the week, I got to experience the inside and come in on a wave, and so just had a really awesome time.
She's being a little modest. She was charging overhead waves towards the end of the week. Actually snapped her leash and kept her cool and went back out. Pretty amazing, actually.
I'd say my favorite memory from this week was the fact that I actually got up and was riding with only my knees controlling the board. Now, it wasn't beautiful, it wasn't graceful, but I actually pulled off a cutback after catching a wave by myself. That's a step forward for me.
For me, was going first time really along the line, because it feels funny and it feels strange, because there was nothing stopping you somehow, and you thought you did something wrong, but in the end it was actually the right thing to do.
Banks was the junior member of the group, and without a doubt gets the greatest accolades and the Great Achievement Award of the week. Coming from zero to being out in the lineup, I've surfed for a long time, and I've never seen anybody come through so quickly as what you did.
But Sandy was the soul of our group. He was the Marvin Gaye of our group. And I would always look to you for inspiration, and see you up there surfing was just what I needed.
All that's nice and well and good, but the real grease that gets this operation going is the staff. And the staff is unparalleled.
The whole coaching program is so cool. Prado was my coach and marvelous individual. You know, he's interested in the same fields besides surfing. He's also interested in architecture, so we would talk buildings as we were waiting for waves, which there's always plenty of time to talk about other things.
I had Will as a coach. Will was pushing actually my limits, so after 2 days I didn't really thought that I would survive this week as we paddled really big waves, and he kept pushing me and showing me where to be in the best position to get those waves. But in the end I'm thankful that he pushed me so far so I can see where my limits are and how to handle those big waves.
This is my second week with Jessie as a coach. She's phenomenal. The first of the week, however, I was getting a little bit frustrated because I thought that we were going to be working on the same things, problems with my stance, things that I had last time. But actually we worked through that first couple of days, and then by midweek really started working on maneuvers, and by the end of the week I can really say that I've seen tremendous progress in just 1 week's time with Jessie as my coach.
My coach this week was Harrison. Had a great time. I didn't give him a whole lot to work with at the beginning of the week, but we just kept going back to it. At the end of the week here, things felt like they came together, and it was a lot of fun.
Our coach was Derek.
He's a ton of fun, and he understands what your goals are and he tries to help you get there.
He does. He was just amazing. I mean, we worked on carving and turning, and Maggie and I actually had the same goals, just being able to get out back and feel more comfortable and to be able to do the turtle roll and not be so scared. He was always there for us. It always made us feel really safe.
Every single coach was, willing to help, chat on the side about any questions I have, and were really generous with their time and knowledge.
I want to thank Chris for giving me that little push to come here and try something that I'd kind of given up on. I love the theory classes. Everything made sense. I just appreciate the time that they've taken into making it something that you can learn step by step. And so, Tommy, good job. I loved you as my coach. If I come back, I want you again.
The formula that they work to match the staff up with the different talent levels, it's incredible. And you're the best example that I could think of.
Not only are they fantastic teachers, but they have patience.
All the coaches have patience and they're always smiling. That helps me a lot because I have my ups and downs of depression and exhilaration, and that's a big thing for me.
Patience for somebody like me is so important. And because of that patience, I was able to work through my frustrations, my fears, my concerns, and get out in the green water with you, Sam.
Well, that was great. And we actually took off on a couple of waves together.
Yeah, we did.
Impossible thought a week ago,
Right.
but it actually happened.
Yeah.
All possible because of the great staff, the great protocols put in place here. It's truly the best in the world.
My favorite part of the week was our last session on the last day on Friday.
The last Friday afternoon is the stunning one. Beautiful waves, most forgiving sunset.
We had a sunset surf session and the conditions were just perfect.
Tonight was perfect, the sunset.
Tonight, the waves were the best they've been all week. I mean, it was so nice.
Everyone's out there together. I mean, everyone's been out there out in the water, but they're in separate groups and you're not really noticing as much. But somehow, the last day, it all comes alive and you're cheering for all these different people that you haven't really noticed been having rides, and suddenly they're all having great rides.
Tons of waves, everyone was catching them. The atmosphere was great, everyone was cheering everybody else on.
I felt like we actually really made a lot of progress tonight. Everything kind of came together.
We all got to put together what we had been working on the whole week.
So cool and so fun.
It was a great way to finish things out.
We couldn't have had a better week, better waves, more options. It's really been just perfect.
Time just flew by, super for us to get to bond, and I'm 58, and when you're 58 you don't really get it, it gets tougher to just bond with guys, as you're long out of school.
It's unusual to do camp at age 60, but I'm eager to come back and eager to take other friends, hopefully persuade the same friends to come back.
It was a lot of fun, and I hope to come soon back.
It's amazing. I mean, the whole place is amazing. The food is so good.
Oh yeah.
Everyone that was here, like I said, I didn't know anyone, and everyone was nice, and it was just such a great week. I wish I had another week.
Me too.
When I first found out about Surf Simply, it sounded too good to be true. I honestly thought there was a chance all the reviews I was reading were like all fake. Well, it's not too good to be true, it's true. And I'm so glad I came back for a second time.